You're now listening to Sleep Time's Over.
Sleep time is over, baby.
Welcome back, jabronis, to fitness, the other F word. I am Summer Lee, aka Faith Lahane, and I'm joined as always by my partner in crime, Aaron Sakai, aka Angel.
Wait a minute. Wait, is that from Buffy?
Yes, or more.
Okay.
Or more specifically, you could say
Angel.
the Angel. Yes.
Okay, so Faith was the one, the brunette.
Yes, she was the bad girl.
Was that Eliza Dushku?
Yes, very good.
Holy crap, are we on fire this morning?
And it is the morning.
As we record the morning in Havana. Wow, I forgot that you're like a big Buffy fan.
I am. It's
That's
the
right.
best show ever. Even though Joss Whedon is now problematic, but that's okay. That's okay.
We all have problems.
Yeah, it's still one of the greatest shows ever.
Right, it's strange because I will agree with you on that. But I can't watch reruns of that anymore.
Why?
I don't know why.
Oh.
I really don't know why. Like, if it was on, I can't. It's like a one run, and I cannot rewatch them kind of thing.
Okay.
I like the show. I
Yeah.
like all of them. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I seen her. I met her in person.
You did?
Fun fact.
Wait. All right. Hold up.
As we.
Yeah, share this story because
Welcome
I was
to
obsessed
fitness.
with this show. Yeah, fitness, the other F word.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's the Buffy show. I was DJing. This is 2001, 2002.
Okay,
I
this
was
is at the height of her popularity. Like she was just on SNL.
Yeah, that's a fan to know that. And this was at John Dominus. The restaurant John Dominus, now known as 53 by the Sea.
Yes, that's right.
And I DJ'd there Friday night, and she was there. She was there wearing a cowboy hat.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was weird fashion in the early 2000s.
Women like that stuff, apparently.
Yeah.
And she was there, and she was with another gal, and said hello. Sarah
I'm so
Michelle
jealous.
Gellar. She was there. No Freddie Prinze Jr.
Really?
She was there with another gal, and they were cruising, is what they call it.
Cruising. What the kids call cruising.
I don't know if any cocaine was involved, but I don't know what entourage was involved, but she was there, and there was no Freddie Prinze Jr. to be had.
Wow.
She was just wandering around.
Yeah.
That was it.
Teenaged. Well, no. Young 20s me
Right.
would have been freaking out.
You were probably at school at this
I
point.
was. I mean.
You were studying for something that you were thinking about studying later.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how advanced in your studying you get. So that was 2000, early 2000s, Buffy.
Wow.
Vampire Slayer.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the show? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
Scene.
Good night. Good morning. What are we?
Okay.
What's going on here?
Yes.
What are we doing?
As Aaron mentioned, we are still in the Havana Cabana. Ola.
We're not leaving.
It's really nice here. But anyway, before we begin, as always, we're not doctors. We're not medical doctors. This isn't medical advice. But as we mentioned in the last episode, Thanksgiving's around the corner. Actually, maybe before we begin with the show,
Oh, yeah.
why don't we talk about the Teletron?
That is correct. As we release these shows on Friday, hopefully, Saturday, November 21st, is the third annual Teletron. This is the Thanksgiving Teletron, a.k.a. it's a telethon for you old people. That's all it really is. It's just an updating of the word, all right? So please don't ask me what a Teletron is. It's a telethon.
Just calm down.
So, yeah. And it's a fundraiser. We're going to raise money for turkeys for families. We're trying to feed as many families as possible. And a lot of people have been donating turkeys already through My Kite Card has a program where if you get enough points, they give you a free turkey every year.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
people
know
have been
about that.
donating. I didn't know about this.
It's great.
Shout out to us not being Foodland fans. I don't know. Fun fact, I used to work there. But you would think I know this. I got two fun facts for you right off the bat.
Learning so much.
They have points that you can accumulate. You can get a turkey. Shout out to everybody that's donated a turkey thus far. So I'm up to my my turkey and turkeys.
I know.
at home.
I was asking Aaron, like, where are you putting these giant turkeys?
Yeah, I'll tell you where you can put it. So shout out to all of them. Just bring them in. I'll figure out where to put them.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
There's a lot of holes somewhere. And
what
also on
she
top
said.
of that, right? And then Saturday, the link is already up to donate already. But
Yes.
you can donate Saturday night. We're gonna have the big telethon 5 hours. Every 15 minutes, a different guest. You can donate during it, and that's to buy more turkeys, the cooked turkeys, that we'll be distributing on Thanksgiving Day, this next week, Thursday. So that's what the telethon is for.
Straightforward, simple, actionable. So if you folks do have some money or any amount will help. We really appreciate
Whatever you
it.
can. That's all we're trying to do. Not looking for any type of goal, but just donate what you can to just get turkeys and as many families to be fed as possible. Summer will be there doing, what are you going to be doing?
Okay, so in the vein of this show being fitness, and my skill set is highly limited to finance and fitness, I figured nobody wants to tune in and see me talk about balance sheets and how to maximize your 401k
F words.
in the 15 minutes I'm here. So what I'm going to be doing is during my segment, which is at 6, for
Ish.
my 6-ish, yeah. So while I'm on air with Aaron, for every $20 that's donated, I will do 5 reps of a sumo deadlift at 135
A
pounds.
sumo deadlift. What is a sumo deadlift? Sorry.
The sumo deadlift is basically, it's just like the regular or conventional deadlift, but your legs are spread apart like a sumo athlete.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I just like you saying your legs
Japanese.
are spread apart. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So
If that doesn't get you to tune in, everyone. Summer's spreading it out for 6 p.m.-ish.
I will do anything for turkeys. Okay, that's all I'm saying. 5 reps, 135 pounds
Okay.
for $20.
Okay, so each time a person in that block of time
Yes,
donates $20,
that's correct.
you will do 5 reps.
Which
okay.
is, relatively speaking, for my body size, if I could compliment myself, is not necessarily an easy thing to do because it's basically my body weight. So
That's right. That's right. So could be something might happen. She
I might really need a medical doctor.
She
So
might pull something, pull a groin.
it's happened.
If that once again doesn't get you to tune in, Summer rips something apart as she's in a robe. Oh gosh.
OnlyFans
All right.
coming soon. But anyway, yes.
There you have it. So yep, fun and right off the bat because it's from 6 p.m. all the way through. We're gonna have all various guests.
Yeah.
Guy Hoggy will be there. He's gonna tell us about the weather live. We're gonna have probably.
Yeah.
We'll have who else we got? Olena Hugh is gonna be there. Malika Dudley's gonna be there. We got Tamua, everyone's favorite local comic, one of the few that are actually good.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. Where was I? Well, the Lord Flores is going to intro the show,
Lord
of course,
Flores.
as always. We got performances galore. Shout out to Qualify, who was the man who came up with the idea and got the ball rolling. But then a lot of people will be joining throughout. The mayor of Honolulu will be
The
there.
dang mayor.
The mayor, Rick Blangiardi, will be on the show as well. I'm not going to tell you guys what time someone's going to be on. So then you don't know. You just never know. So that's also what I'm trying not to do too. Is I'm not going to tell people when certain person's on. You just don't have to tune in.
Well, that's the beauty of it too, right? I mean, because it's every 15 minutes, it's a truly a variety show, and you'll never
Correct.
get bored. You're always going to have, and you're obviously everybody's going to be super interesting guests because either they're talented musicians or they're just interesting people or people in the community. So
Just quick fire things, you know.
yeah.
There may be wardrobe changes. I might sing.
Hey,
I might have a cigarette dangling from my lip. I don't know what might happen. I mean, I always wanted
anything
to do
can
that.
happen. Yeah.
Shout out Jerry Lewis.
With the glass of scotch or something.
Scotch,
Right.
lozenges in my mouth, cigarette hanging. I so want to do this like in front of people, like a live show, but shit.
One day we'll get
I
there.
mean, you know,
One day.
and then have people lined up on phones on the side.
Yeah, and be
telephones
like-
just doing it. And they're looking really concerned. But who knows if they don't even have to be anybody on the other side of the line.
No,
They can
I want to
stay
just be
That's it.
there in like a fancy outfit and be just
Exactly.
doing this,
That's all you need to do. Exactly.
pointing. You know, I don't know who I'm pointing at, but you know,
Everybody needs to be pointing. We have a big board with a big number,
yeah.
and then some kind of a big band in the background that dun 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 dun.
with a band leader
that-
who like is your hype man. He's like,
But Ed
you
McMahon,
tell him,
yes.
Aaron. You
We-
tell him.
We need an Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the first 9 minutes of fitness show.
Yay. Okay.
Are we done? No. Okay.
Yeah. So, so tune in
Yes,
this
telethon.
Saturday, 21st, 6 p.m. starting up.
IG Live, yes.
IG Live. So, like we mentioned last week, which was our freeform show. Holidays are right around the corner. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. So, what I wanted to talk today about is the whole concept of like cheat days or overeating. Because while, like we said last week, the frequency or the quantity of food you'll be eating during the holidays might not be that much because we're not going to parties, we're not going to dinners. There might still be times like Thanksgiving when you will have a day of, let's say, overeating. I want to avoid the word binge, and maybe that's my disclaimer too. Like if you do have any kind of like eating disorder or something, maybe this is not the show to watch, because we're not. What we talk about is, I don't want people to think we're condoning quote unquote binge eating, but we're saying for those who are, who don't have an eating disorder, that sometimes this happens. Sometimes you overeat. Sometimes you whether you purposely do in a one meal situation or a one day situation. I wanted to talk today about well, first of all, what's your thoughts on it? And I wanted to say, like, let's give the folks some ideas about what to do, like if you know you're going to have this big meal or this big day of eating, how to prepare for it. Maybe you didn't realize you're going to eat as much as you were going to eat, and you did end up eating a lot. So what do you do after?
Okay.
Kind of like that kind of a thing. So again, this is just like, it's not saying overeating in general. This is saying like for this one day or this one meal, you ate a lot. So now you're like, ugh, that kind of a situation.
Okay. So the meal has happened already.
Well, that's my first question to you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like, I think that's the first
How do we
question,
handle
because
that?
there's I just actually saw a bunch of fitness people on Instagram talking about this, where they said, some people said they don't like to plan for their quote unquote cheat days or their overeating days, or to
Okay.
anticipate it. They
Okay.
just, if it happens, it happens. So like, what are
Okay.
your
Okay.
thoughts on it? Like just generally, maybe
Okay.
as a fitness professional.
Okay. You can look at it several ways. If you're going to be following what these guys, the fitness people, are saying, where they don't have a planned cheat day or whatnot, that comes down to how much of an awareness do you have with your eating.
Yeah,
That's not easy.
it's not. Yeah.
You really got to be locked in on your awareness through the week
Yes.
to be able to not care what day it is.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, people are already doing cheat days every day.
Yeah.
It's when you do your clean day is going to be the one you got to think about.
right.
So you got to reverse it. So the fitness people know what to do already because they've reversed it. So they eat clean and they know what they're doing every single day. They track every single meal that they're like, whatever. Something came up. Okay, there's a junk food there. I'll eat it.
yeah.
Because they know that they're cool.
right. They
And-
have that wiggle room.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's easy for them to say that, but it's not easy to do.
Okay.
So if you look at that, the pre-planning, everyone should be pre-planning what they're doing. Everyone needs to be figuring out a cheat day.
Yeah,
You
so
got to.
let's say this comes out on Friday. So now we got 2 weeks till Thanksgiving, and like for myself personally, I know I'm going to be overeating. I have a father that loves to eat, and
Yeah.
I'm basically, because it's Corona holidays, I'm only going to be spending it with my parents. So it's a
Right.
very small event, but
Correct.
still, I'm going to be eating a lot. So what do you tell somebody who's like, Aaron, I know I'm going to be eating, so like, how do I approach this for the next 2 weeks?
For the actual day, or how to
Yeah.
get ready for it.
Yeah. Or
Well,
do you even tell them anything? I don't know.
I
How do
wouldn't
you
even
look
tell
at
them
it?
anything because you got several factors again. One is is it a big party or not? How much are you really eating in the span of a party of 3 people?
Yeah.
You got 3 people eating. How much food are you possibly making for
Well,
the
you
3
haven't
of you
seen
guys?
my family. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, quite frankly, okay?
Yeah.
You guys
it's not like going to be a 5-hour affair
guys are
where
Asian. Yeah, you
you're
guys
like grazing and talking and grazing.
there's
and
no
talking. Yeah,
there's
there
no
isn't.
5-hour grazing.
Yeah, it's kind of hit it or quit it.
It's illegal. Exactly. I like
Yeah.
that. You're not going to be having this if you guys have this big spread, it's 3 of you guys. I applaud it. I don't know why.
Go
So,
big or go home.
I mean,
That's the leeway.
that'd be amazing to see. Okay, so let's look at that first of all.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's just you and your dad, for example, how much food are you guys gonna put out there between the 2 of you? Is it really gonna be a big spread? If you can just get the IG story, just get the camera, just going panning like this.
I am going to show it because he did go kind of nuts. I'm just
I
saying.
mean,
But
why? Okay.
Well, it could be a thing of where people might be overcompensating too for the fact that they know that it's going to be this very subdued affair, and maybe they're kind of saying, "Well, let's zhuzh it up with the food," you know. I don't know.
If you guys out there going to be doing that, all right, live your best life. All right, there's no really combating that. So if
Yeah.
you're going to go and have like 10 different dishes for between two people or under 5,
Well,
live your best life.
I mean, like honestly, like in my case, it is my dad and me eating the equivalent of 5 guys, and my mom's just kind of tagging along and eating a
And she's
tiny
smiling.
little
All right.
amount, and like
And, and she's like, oh, you too.
yeah, and like no,
I-
these two.
Oh, jeepers. I don't. It comes down. Okay, now it gets more specific because now it comes down to the family. It comes down to who's actually meeting, who's gathering,
Yeah,
the party itself. Are you going to a party or not? This complicates everything now. This
Yeah,
year
it does.
complicates everything. I know I screwed up last episode. I'm gonna screw this one up again probably because Thanksgiving is different now.
yeah,
It
yeah.
really is. Okay, personally, I'll talk about myself here.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not doing anything for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I'm lucky I go get L&L. All right, I'm kidding. But actually, I'm gonna be delivering the turkeys that day. But
Yeah,
I
that's
digress.
right. That's right, you'll be busy.
Regardless, I'm not having a meal. We're not cooking a turkey. Nothing.
Okay.
I am kind of curious. I'm wanting to do a prime rib because I'm not a fan of turkey. All right.
Prime rib.
But there's that situation. But then that's it. I'm not getting like 10 different sides. You're getting the cranberry, which I never understood the cranberry with the turkey. Good. You know why? You know why you guys get the cranberry? Because the turkey's dry. And when the turkey's dry, you guys don't know how to cook it. So watch when you cook the turkey.
Yeah.
All 2 of you, party of 2, in the oven. All right. It's gonna come out dry. Then you got the guys that deep fried. Yeah, it's so great, deep fried, bro. And then you do that, and then you're gonna put your stuffing, which people only eat stuffing once a year.
Yeah.
It's only eat that stovetop. Stovetop makes some money in November, and that's it.
Yeah,
But
it's a
then-
seasonal thing.
But are 2 people buying stovetop? It's a box of stovetop.
Yeah.
You're using the whole box. I think. Do you use the whole box for stovetop?
I
One
have the
serving?
cooking skills of a 20-year-old dude, so I don't know.
So if you're not using stovetop, you got mashed potatoes. You got pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, another thing people only eat during November.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes is ongoing. But then, okay, so you have all these things. Green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Okay, you got all this different shit. Do you need all of this different shit if it's only 2 people?
Yeah.
3 people. You with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You with your cat.
Whatever.
You need all of this? That's the thing to really kind of discuss, first of all. How much
true.
food do you really need Thanksgiving? Are you going to get a bunch of food just to pretend, and then just have it all laid out so you can IG story it, and then don't eat it? Is it just to make a facade? Or are you really eating it? And
Yeah.
what are you really eating? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
a different, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. Because right now, if this was last year,
Right.
I usually would have Thanksgiving at my house.
Okay.
And automatically, I have it locked in of what needs to be done because there's going to be a certain amount of people I know locking in, coming in.
Yes.
Well, times have changed.
Yeah.
I don't give a rip now.
Right. Right.
So, on that Thanksgiving day, I'm really not going to be eating anything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what it's like for everyone out there. I don't know. Everyone's got their different situation. But that's what it comes down to. What are you planning to do for this quote-unquote big meal that's going to lead you to overeat, that's going to lead you to not eat at all? That's kind of the thought process. First of all, what are you really going to be doing that day, if anything?
Right. Right.
And then that's why the holidays are different, where people may not be gaining weight during the holidays.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a different situation because the parties aren't there. The business parties aren't
The
there.
gifts and the snacks and the
Gatherings.
dropping off of the goodies and
There's-
all of that.
It's all changed. There's no company parties anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's canceled. So what do you do?
But I think that's a really good point because I wonder if there's a lot of people who didn't even think about that. Like they're still in Thanksgiving mode, even though they might only have 3 people or up
Well,
to the 5
exactly.
people, and they're like thinking, okay, I gotta get this, I gotta get this, I gotta get this, and then it's like, oh wait a minute,
You don't need it.
do I even want to do this?
You don't need it.
No, right?
No.
So that's a interesting point too. Is maybe to think about those types of things too. You do kind of get into this rut because you've been doing it your whole life, right? Every year we do this. Every year I have the I do this whole steps for Thanksgiving.
Times have changed.
Yeah, yeah.
So I hope that I hope other shows are doing this as well. But in the past, I'm sure there's been a lot of fitness shows that have tackled this topic of holiday eating, obviously.
Yes.
I'm sure. Millions of them.
Yeah.
I hope now everyone pivots to this year and realizes all of that from the past is gone.
Yeah.
This is a new era. It's not dedicating what you're going to eat for Christmas and making sure that you're okay, making sure you don't overeat and whatnot, because if not, you're going to go right in that ambulance. You're going to go straight to Kapilani or you're going to go to Queens. Queens is to my right. If you overeat, for one,
Right.
you have these pre-made, we didn't even discuss this, the pre-made turkey meals.
Yeah.
Every year, you have all these, Zippy's, Foodland,
Everybody.
Side Street Inn,
Side
everybody. They have these things for like 100 some bucks.
Actually, that's the one we're getting.
Okay.
Shout out Side Street Inn.
Okay.
Support local.
Be vocal, support local. What is in the Side Street Inn Thanksgiving pack?
It's like the whole thing that you mentioned. It's the turkey with the stuffing and the mashed potatoes with the dessert with there's like one more thing. I can't remember now. It's a whole fixed menu.
All right.
though. Yeah.
Right. And that's the majority of them are.
Yes.
Some of them, they go real nuts with as much of stuff as they provide. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they'll provide two meats. Like they'll give you a turkey and they'll give you like a ham. They'll give you a turkey and they'll give you a prime rib. Or
You know
turkey and
what?
crab. Or,
I think the Side
You
Street
know?
Inn one is kind of nuts. It sounds amazing. So yeah.
for who? For who?
Yeah.
Okay? You're getting this thing. The limit is under 5 people.
Yes.
All right.
Five max.
So are you going to take the gamble and have the under 5 people party? Are you going to become a super spreader event, as they call it?
Yeah.
Or are you just not going to do anything? That's question 1 for all of you.
Yes.
Will you go out
What-
or not?
What do you?
People still are afraid to go out. People
Yeah.
are still afraid to go
Yeah.
meet up. People are still afraid to do this right now.
Yeah.
If you're afraid to do that, that means you ain't going to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
you're not going
doing-
anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think you're cool.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But then let's look at the other side of, because of you being isolated, you're doing nothing at home. You may not be working out as much, and thus you're eating more throughout the year.
Yeah.
And that is the problem.
It is.
That
yeah.
is the weight gain, unhealthiness that has transpired throughout this entire lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
That's the problem. Bigger problem than the Christmases and the Thanksgivings and all of that.
Yeah.
That's the reason I think is that we get
Yeah,
more
I agree.
infection, that we get these higher case numbers. Granted, we don't know these numbers are whatever, but people are locked down for a month, 2 months. What are they doing? They're not working out.
Yeah.
They're sitting at home ordering takeout.
Right.
And they're getting more unhealthy. Everyone's saying, "Oh, I gained so much weight in this lockdown. Oh my
Right.
God, I gained 10 pounds."
Yeah.
Yes, there's people that gain a lot more.
Yes. Yeah.
And then from there, they walk. And then once lockdown is clear, we can all go walk outside now. All these unhealthy people from being inside have now walked outside. And what happened? Prone to getting more sick.
They get
Immune system
exposed.
down.
yeah.
So it's a gift and a curse. This thing, catch-22 is what they call it for this lockdown thing, and that leads to unhealthiness. And then the entire year has become an awareness issue of eating and what to do it yourself and what to work out. Come Thanksgiving, and that could be like your break. Come Thanksgiving and Christmas, do
Yeah.
not eat.
Right.
You've
right.
been eating takeout all the time anyway.
You've been. Yeah, that's true. You've been feasting this
So-
whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So to
That's
me,
a good
it's just
point.
a regular day.
Yeah.
It's
But maybe maybe that's a good way to
Sorry.
put it. No, because
Scrooge
like
McDuck.
because I think a lot of the times too, we, especially in America, I feel that we do put this pressure on ourselves to conform to these expectations, these like societal expectations, and sometimes it helps to just stop and ask yourself, why? Do I really enjoy all of the stress and everything, or
Puts it in perspective.
yeah, I mean because it's either you're cooking something
Right.
and it's stressful,
Right.
or like buying this stuff again, support local, but it's not cheap. This stuff is not cheap.
It's
So,
not. And all of that needs to be questioned this year.
Yeah.
All of that needs to be looked at. Secret Santas. Where are you going? Are you going out to dinner with... Christmas is all about going out to dinner with people.
It is. It
Right?
really is. Yes.
If you're not a fan of going out, you ain't going out to no Christmas party.
Yeah.
So get that out of your head.
Yeah.
Buying
Yeah.
gifts for people, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But it's just the gathering part, and gathering leads to eating.
Yeah.
How many times are you gathering and eating? How many times are you mingling and eating and drinking?
For extended periods of time.
Extended periods of
Yeah.
time. It is a lot has changed.
Yes.
So you may come out of the holidays okay. And then this leads to the other thing that we have not talked about yet.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions, sorry.
And
it could be a revolution.
could be a revolution, dang it. There's a
We're in a
lot going on
revolution.
in this world
That's
right,
right.
now. That's why we're in Havana.
That's why we'll be televised.
Yes.
Resolutions are now out the window. They were always
Yeah.
out the window.
Yeah.
But now, what are you going to say to yourself now in 2021?
Yeah.
New year, new me? Quite frankly, that's all of us.
Yeah.
Because 2020 is going to create a new year, new all of us. We
For
hope.
better or worse. Yeah.
So there's that. So you can't look at that now. You have to look at that in a different light.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I ate so much in Christmas and Thanksgiving. Oh, the holidays was so, my goodness, I got to change in January. Well, you know what? You don't need to change anything in
don't.
January. It's
Yeah.
going to be a regular day. It's a regular day.
Yeah.
That's it. Move on.
But again, I think that's a big paradigm shift for a lot of people, is to say, I guess when you have this whole calendar year change, which
Yeah.
is, it doesn't mean anything. It's
No.
it's a conceptual thing that we made up as human beings. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing actually changed except
No.
we changed the year on the calendar. So why not take the time now to start that reflection process, to start that whole self-improvement path that we all seem to do on January 1st. Why not start now when we have these quiet
Exactly.
moments, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And it gives you the time to do it right, because I think what happens a lot of the times too, and I'm sure you've seen it, is January 1st, that gym is packed to the gills with people who are like, this is the year that I do it, where, like we said before, I have my food plan, I have my exercise plan, and I'm going to be doing this, and this, and then
Yes.
by February everybody's gone.
I got my isogenics ready. I got my Purium ready. I got it all. I got all my powders ready to go.
Yeah, I
they-
am set with powders.
And then 1 week later, they're done.
Yeah. Now
So-
you have this time. You really have this time to think about, well, what do I want for myself? How do I want to improve
Right.
myself? Yeah.
From there comes the positive. Okay, so this is the positive spin.
Yes.
You don't need to look at any dates or any type. I have trouble keeping track of what day it is. Still,
I don't even
right?
know what I ate yesterday.
Is today Wednesday? So I'm looking at all of these things, and I just don't need to look at scheduling as far as creating a time to change, creating
Yeah.
a time to change physically, mentally. It should just
Emotionally,
happen.
whatever.
Emotionally, yes. Nutritionally. Could you hear that? So you just decide.
Havana parrots.
You just decide just to do it. Don't worry about the day of the first of the month.
Yeah.
Shout out Bone Thugs. Don't worry about the resolution. Don't worry about the Christmas. Just start.
But yeah, so it's little and often. I think you're going to hear us say that a lot. Don't try to chip away at the mountain in one go. You're going to just slowly kind of chip away at it. I said chip away a lot of times there, but that's
I don't-
okay.
I don't know where you're going with that, actually.
But having said that, okay. But if somebody, that's again, holidays aside, we're not even specifically talking about Thanksgiving or whatever. Do you ever have like guidance or anything for somebody, like a client that says to you, "Oh, Aaron, I overate last night. I had, I was feeling hungry and I ate 2 meals."
Right. And just said, screw it.
Yeah. Like, what would you tell that person? Because
Okay,
that does happen from time
Right.
to time.
Everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
Several ways you can go to answer that on the surface.
Yeah.
One, of course, is anger,
yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
One is WTF,
Yeah.
right? If this person never did that before, ask why.
Mm-hmm.
Why all of a sudden now? And try and just continue to ask questions of what led them to do that. What led them to feel that way and
Okay.
all of that. So delve into what caused them to do that.
Those steps that triggered that behavior.
Right.
Okay. That's
Don't jump to-
great point.
Don't jump straight to being like, why would you do something like this? I'm going to
Yeah, don't-
shake my fist
Yeah.
at you. Ask questions
Okay.
and just find out why. there's always some underlying reasoning of what him or her did this for.
That's a really good
And
point.
figure that out from there. Because you don't want it to happen again
Yeah,
and again. So that would be the way to tackle it. And everybody's different. So look at the
Right.
why, what happened. That's basically it, really. That's not. I have nothing.
That's
more
a
to add
great
to that.
point, because that's something that we can do on our own too. Because
Yeah.
that's, you're right. Because a lot of the times there's when you really think about it, there is a very clear path to how you got to that point. Whether
Yeah.
it's emotionally you were upset, or maybe you're stressed, or maybe you're
Yeah.
tired, maybe you're thirsty,
Yeah, maybe you're hungover. All
hungover.
kind of stuff.
You don't. Yeah. So like Aaron said, it could be anything. But the most important part is you take those steps to investigate that path.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, people have urges. People have cravings, I guess to call it. What is the reason?
Yeah.
I mean, before we started today, I wanted a croissant sandwich. I haven't had a croissant sandwich in forever.
We talked about breakfast food before this, and we're
Exactly.
on a fitness podcast.
Well, it is breakfast time.
it is.
But we'll
it
eat
is.
breakfast at like 7 p.m. But
I
you
do.
just never know, right? So don't hold yourself into some grave danger that if you have a craving for something and it's not good, just look at the reasoning, maybe why.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Maybe you're keeping it strict this entire time and then you having this get back to the cheat day
Right.
or
Right.
whatever
Right.
and then it creates awareness. So then if you're having a craving, that usually means you're having awareness now of where you stand with your week to week eating.
Exactly.
Because you wouldn't
Exactly.
have a craving if you didn't keep yourself accountable for your week-to-week eating, because you're just
Yeah.
eating whatever. You don't care.
Right.
So there's that to look at. So in actuality, if you're having a craving, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're thinking of food, but you're thinking of food of you haven't had this in a while or something. It's just getting you thinking of when you're eating certain things,
Yes.
which is not easy for people to do.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So that's a start to something positive there,
Yeah.
because it's getting you awareness. The eating issue is awareness. Knowing that if you ate shit on Monday, do not eat shit Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not talking literally. Sorry for
Wrong,
the
that's a different kind of podcast. We're
literal
not German.
Lucy's out there. But yeah, Germans eat.
Isn't that a thing? Like Germans are really into coprophilia.
Being half German, Summer.
I
don't
know what I'm talking about. Okay, I do know what I'm talking about.
All right, shout out Human Centipede.
Oh.
But you went there. I'm gonna.
I did.
I'm gonna go
I
and
did.
drive the nail in. So, not literally eating shit, but if you're gonna be eating bad food, Sunday, no, not to eat the bad food. Monday, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, space it out. Look at it that way. So if that person, client-wise, comes up and says, "I had 2 meals," going back to the question, you gotta investigate. Investigate why. If this client every single session comes to you and says the night before they were eating bad stuff,
Right.
then you question question that person's commitment
Yeah.
and
yeah.
question that person to why are you here and why are you wasting our time. That would be the next level. If it's consistently eating bad food every time
Yeah.
before they meet you,
Yeah.
then you gotta question and be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Because that's a pattern. Yeah.
You're wasting time, right?
Okay.
You're wasting my time, wasting that person's time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the next level. But then first of all, you need to investigate. So
But I think also hearing you say that too, I think it's a really good thing to point out that Aaron's not going into the emotions at first. It's not I'm going to yell at you or it's not like anger or anything like that. I think that's important because you should treat yourself that way too, not to be like, I'm a piece of shit because I ate so much cake last night, and then there's this downward spiral of, well, since I'm a piece of shit, I'm just gonna just keep eating like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, just it happened. So what? Let me just investigate, like Aaron said, taking the emotion out of it, acknowledging, wasn't a great thing, but hey, that's fine too. I think
Exactly. That's it.
that's a good point.
Just look at the facts.
So in that case, I guess it's tricky. I want to ask this question to you because in your experience, but I acknowledge that before I say it that it sounds like I'm asking you a very psychological question.
Oh, excited.
So if you feel uncomfortable to answer,
I've been uncomfortable since
I
we
know.
started.
I tend to have that effect on people. Wink. So what do you think in your experience when you have clients like that have these repeating patterns of, I ate too much. What do you think is like, and again, everybody's different, but what do you think is going on in their lives that is driving them to kind of cope with the eating?
Oh, okay.
When you talk about those people who have that repeating pattern of overeating, I should say.
Yeah, clearly that's most likely a psychological issue.
Yeah.
Stress, anxiety, those are the top two.
It is a coping mechanism in a sense, right?
Coping mechanism, whether or not this person is in a relationship or not, whether this person is having a tough time at work, whether this person is a workaholic and works late hours.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a factor. If they work late, they come home late, they use food as a way to reward themselves or a way to comfort themselves. That's why there's a term called comfort food out there, everyone.
Yeah.
So you look at that, it's all emotions that lead to this. It's all the emotions that lead to I just don't care. And it's a vice. It's another type of vice.
Yes. For sure.
The overeating or
For
just
sure.
bad eating.
Yeah.
It's all emotional. And it comes down to all of those factors. So it's a specific thing you have to look at for every individual.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, it's usually a person who works late, works long hours,
Okay.
doesn't have a consistent schedule of anything, so they're just eating whenever.
So there's really a lack of structure all over the place for
Right.
them. Okay.
There's some people who don't eat at all,
Yeah.
and then they wait till the end of the night
Yes.
to eat. You
Yeah.
got those guys. You have a lot of people who just don't have the will, and a lot of people that just don't have the willpower to change. They're maybe so far gone in the eating that they just use that as their comfort, and no matter what, they'll try to reach out to a trainer to get exercise or whatnot, but still that food situation
It's
has never
still
gotten
there, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still never gotten figured out, and it needs to be stricter. And it comes down to what they have in their house as well. Mm-hmm. When you tell someone when they first meet to get rid of the stuff that is bad in the house, that is a very important message to tell a new client or a new person.
Yeah.
People usually cliche say that,
Yeah.
but it's real.
It's real. Yes.
You know, it's people need to take that more serious, and that is a factor, because if they don't, they're gonna reach to it again.
Yes.
And they're gonna continue to buy bullshit.
Yeah.
They're gonna continue to buy bullshit.
I mean,
So-
we said it before in previous episodes, but that is like, to me, that's the number one step. Like, if you were to look
Yeah.
in my pantry, all I have is cereal school.
And you know what?
Week
It's still here.
5.
This
This will be here when Fidel Castro dies. It'll still be here.
will be buried with Fidel. That's horrible.
Hola.
So shout
Yeah.
out to the video people who get to see the cereal school yet again. What flavor is still left? The berries one, of course, it's berries.
Yeah. So they do have better flavors. The berries one is a
Really?
little rough. Yeah.
Better flavors.
The peanut butter one is pretty good. The Oreo cookie one, well, they can't call it Oreo cookie. They call it
Cookies and cream.
cookies and cream.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad. The macros are amazing. But anyway, long story short, it does work. Like, if you were to go to my pantry, I don't have all I have is the food I'm going to eat. I don't have any snacks or anything. So
Really? Wow.
well, especially right now because I'm in a cut. So
Oh, that's right. She's in the cut, everyone. So, for the people that don't know,
yeah.
Summer, what are you doing? What are you cutting for?
So and then to take another step back, a cut just means I am in a fat loss phase. So anyway, like everybody, I got a little bigger during the lockdown, but I normally do during the summer. I normally eat more anyway because I do a muscle building phase then, because I have more time to train because I'm not in school. So I'm already
Not in
I do get
school.
bigger
bullshit.
during that time.
Not in school.
So then once I start school, I do my
You're always
cut.
in school.
Yeah, I know I am. So
Really? So-
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, maybe this is a good example maybe to use. You're in the cutting phase.
I am, yes.
Why?
So for me, by the end of the summer, if I've done it correctly, like with a lot of hypertrophy programs or muscle building programs, you are going to be bigger, but you're going to be bigger in both muscle and fat because there's no way to, if you're a natural lifter, there's no way to do that without getting fatter too, or just gaining more body fat. So, and I'm not comfortable like just physically the way I move and the way I perform. I feel super strong, but I feel very like lethargic and heavy because I'll put on about 15 pounds. So, and then what I'll do is I will do a cut. And for this semester, I really sound like a student, don't I, when I say semester? I'm an adult.
She's been in school.
So when
her
I
entire
started
life.
school this year, because I actually gained more than I normally would because of the lockdown, so I probably gained more than the 15. But so I did a harder cut than normal, and it was going well. So now I just want to see if I can get visible abs. I wish I had a great reason. I don't, but I'm like, yeah, I got this far. Let me see if I can get visible abs. I don't know.
So, not to get into too specifics,
Yeah.
let's go into a general of what you're doing to cut the calories.
So I know what my basal metabolic rate is because I did a DEXA scan. So basal metabolic rate just means if you're lying down, breathing, how much calories do you burn?
Correct.
So then I know I can't ever go below that because then I'm eating away at my muscle tissue, which is what I don't want.
No.
And then from there, I calculated my TDEE, which is the total daily energy expenditure. Okay.
Yeah.
Relative to your activity level.
Gotcha.
And then I just cut it by like 400 calories.
400 calories.
Yeah.
Okay. And what foods are you eating?
So,
Since your pantry is bare.
yeah, basically, well, for like proteins and stuff, it's basically like chicken and lean beef. And then I have to supplement though a lot. So I do take a lot of protein shakes, or I do drink one of those every day.
Protein water.
Yeah, the protein juice.
Another sponsor that's
Yes.
not our sponsor. Which
Protein
you
water.
turned me on to this.
Yes.
Because now, you know,
It's a great way to get it in. You
Right.
get 20 grams, or that one is
it's
15.
80 calories, 15 grams of protein.
Low sugar, so
It's great. I have
Yeah.
all these drinks. I have my coffee.
you gotta hydrate.
I have all of this. I have just all my snacks. I have my cereal.
You're
spoon.
set. You don't need anything.
Here we go. I'm ready for lunch. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
that's what I'm
just
doing.
to give people an idea of what you are specifically doing. That's good. Okay.
Which is extreme. So don't think that that's how you have to do it.
Right.
But
So once again, everyone's different.
yeah,
Different situation, different type of willpower. It's not easy for anyone.
yeah. And I'm not going
Yeah.
to do this forever. I'm going to stop at the end of the semester. So
Correct.
and then go into just maintenance. So I
Right.
just wanted to see what I could do.
Exactly.
So yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
why don't we start ramping down for today?
All right.
Aaron already talked about the Teletron, but anything
Teletron.
else?
That's pretty much the main event here that's coming up as we release this show Friday, hopefully Friday.
Yes.
Summer, hurry up.
Yeah.
Shout out to Summer editing the show. Thank God. So as this show comes out Friday, Teletron is on Saturday, 6 p.m.,
Yeah.
November 21st, IG Live, 5 hours. Donate what you can. Whatever you can if you have the means to do so.
Yes.
That's it. Doesn't
Any
matter
amount
what.
helps.
And just feeding families. That's all we're doing. If you have a turkey to donate, I'll say I'll take it.
Pending space.
Pending
Pending
space.
space.
Hashtag, can you just drop it off on Sunday?
Yeah.
Because
That'd
then
be
we're
great.
going to be delivering it on Sunday. We're going to go to, I don't know the specific area yet, but it's going to be donating the frozen turkeys on Sunday. So I'll take the frozen turkeys on this weekend
Yeah.
if you got any extra. But that is the deal.
Awesome. And then I did want to say, this is kind of getting meta because I'm talking about another show on our show.
Oh.
But I had comments from the last podcast with Sky.
Oh, you have comments.
I have comments.
You have comments.
Because you had asked in the podcast, if you remember, we have the podcast besides this show. What is the name of that show again?
What is the name of that show?
I know, I just have a brain
year-
fart.
The year 94, the 94 year in review?
Year in
hip-hop?
review. Yeah,
You're in review of hip hop. Yeah.
So you had asked, what about other female hip hop artists? You had
Yes.
asked something about that.
Yes.
The one that I thought was a travesty that she didn't get more famous and she actually got dropped by her label is Lady of Rage.
Oh, got it. You didn't think she got enough just due?
No, she
Really?
should have got, with how talented she was, she should have been like
Bigger?
bigger. But I get why she didn't, because she was she didn't have quote unquote sex appeal. She
Yeah.
was really kind of around the way girl. She was really rough and tumble. But that's what I liked about her.
Right. It wouldn't have sold.
She was aggressive.
She had a great following when she did come out, though. She was very popular.
Yeah.
When she did come out, and
But then,
she
like,
got guys to buy it, which guys buying
guys-
albums of women wasn't a thing, but
No,
they did.
not back then. Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't go a step further because of the climate of what things were.
Yeah, and then she got dropped really quickly after. I think like she tried to make another album and it dropped, and then she got dropped by the label or something. Dr. Dre's label.
I just never caught on. And
Yeah.
it basically once Little Kim came out, that was it for her marketing wise.
Yeah,
What can you do
yeah.
at this point?
She was
you
so
know?
big,
It's
Lil'
not
Kim.
going to be she can't be a major success at this point because of the way she rhymed too. She was tough.
Yeah, it was a totally
a tough
different
woman does not work
flow.
for mainstream. It does not
Yeah,
for marketing.
unfortunately.
This is talking about marketing.
So I guess, yeah. So if I was
Okay.
ever going to be Nature Boy, the rapper, I might not make it then, because that would definitely be my style. You know, really.
You would not be rhyming all rough like that.
No, I don't have the life experience to do it.
I can't even check that off. And I can't see you talking like aggressively.
No, not like how she was doing
You
it.
get mad.
Yeah.
You do get mad. Like you've yelled at somebody.
No, I don't yell at people.
Well, then that takes you out of the
All
Lady of
right.
Rage album. All right.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
You can't
that's
get
true.
rough and stuff with your
Afro puffs.
Chinese. Yeah, I got it. with your side street in Thanksgiving.
That's true. That's
Not
true.
gonna happen.
Yeah. And then the
So-
other thing too is when I was in college, the way that I would kind of like be in with the athletes, because everybody wanted to be cool with the athletes, particularly the black ones, because they're the coolest, is I would play really loud when I was dorming Grave Diggers and
Well,
Beat Nuts. And
well, how about that?
everybody was
There you
like,
go.
look at this nerdy Asian girl. Look at her. Like, they'd pop their head in and be like,
Wow.
I get that a lot. I get the
Well, how's you?
yeah.
Wow. That's what
Black
I like
people
you.
think I'm cool. So that's
it.
all I wanted. That's all I
You know, if
wanted.
we could sign off on a line, everyone. All right, and this goes hand in hand with a lot of things. All right, when I used to DJ, there was always a rule. If you see the African American, aka black people, in the
Yes.
crowd, you play for the black people in the crowd.
Yes.
Whenever you see black people, black women especially,
Yes.
the moment you see them start to dance, you continue to play off what they're dancing to. You do not play for anybody else. Well, women you play for number one.
Yeah.
When you're DJing women, you have to play for the women.
Right.
But then, if you see the African American women, you play for them. That's all you do to get a crowd to dance. Because then
Yeah.
guys follow.
Yes.
You don't play for guys
No.
in a place where you want people to be mingling and dancing.
No.
So therefore, final advice for a fitness show: African American people, we love you.
We love you. You're the coolest.
Coming from Papa weirdos, German, Japanese, and then you got like 20 things. So
Yes, I
yeah.
am. 23 and me.
Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
Is this the ending? Okay. Can you sign this one off? What are you
Yes.
doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, gang, thanks as always for tuning in. We will see you next week. And remember to wash your damn hands.